Give me my $10,000. The place I work at has a custom POS system and half of it is not in English and we have no staff that can read the errors that pop up. I run a charge for around $60 and the card gets declined. We can read the error, it's not in English. I fight with the woman for a while because she swears her account has $10,000 in it. Finally she gives up on running the card and leaves. Hours later she is back, makes a huge fuss in front of customers. She went to a competitor, her card was declined again, the person that ran it at the other place cut the card and didn't say why. The woman is claiming we drained her account and she wants her $10,000 in cash. I'm trying to explain to her that we didn't take her money when the phone rings. My co-worker taps me on the shoulder. You really need to take this, I think it's about her. Turns out the lady had gotten fired from her job earlier that day and didn't turn in her company card. The guy on the phone was her old boss and had locked out the card after she went on a shopping spree with it. He saw a pending charge from us and looked up our phone number to tell us if she was still there to keep her busy until the cops showed up. Edit that basically as the ending, the lady took off while I was on the phone, no cops showed up. I have no clue if she got arrested or not. You never know who you meet working. This story was from 14 years ago back on Long Island, doesn't involve anyone being rude or nasty, so if that's what you came here for, sorry to disappoint. I was working at my register around Thanksgiving Christmas time, when a nice older lady came up to my register and we had a brief conversation about how the holidays bring out the best in people, which they do if you don't count the maniacs shopping. Then the topic of how everyone should be thankful for what they have and we should never take a minute later for granted. She then surprised me with, I know probably better than anyone the truth of that. Not sure how many of you know, but the year before, 2004, she became famous for being the victim of teenagers throwing frozen turkeys out of their car into oncoming traffic going the other way. It hit her car, broke through the window, bent the steering wheel before hitting and basically destroyed her face. Google it if you think I'm kidding. Needless to say that I was in shock because she healed to the point you couldn't tell that nearly every bone in her face was shattered, her jaw wired shut and was living off a feeding tube just a year prior. I told her that after hearing the story, I was happy to see how well she recovered. I then asked her if they ever found the kids who did it. She said she did and she asked the judge to go easy on them as she forgave them. I instantly remember hearing that in the paper and I told her, you are a much better person than I could ever be, because I don't think I would be as forgiving if that was me. She appreciated me honesty, understood where I was coming from, as I'm sure others have said something similar. Such a sweet lady that I was honored to have met even for just a few minutes. I want to handpick 60 cupcakes. This happened 3 weeks back now. I recently started a job at a bakery where we have $1 cupcakes on Tuesdays. Now, people will order them ahead of time, having us set them aside and bag them. They give a pickup time and name, all is good. Not everyone knows about this, but hey, they are $1, so they do it next time. As you can imagine, everyone comes in and gets dozens. This day though, was a day. At the time, we had about 10 people in our small storefront. There are usually 3 of us to help customers, so we do our best. I call to help however is next, and a woman and her daughter walk up. The woman starts telling me her life story, but today they are at our bakery to buy 60 cupcakes for a baby shower on the weekend. Okay, no problem. Did you want to get 5 flavors, a dozen each? She struggled with this idea for a bit, but finally agreed. This is where it turns. She tells me she wants the prettiest cupcakes since it's for a shower. Okay, the best decorated ones, can do. She picks cookies and cream, and I start to fill a dozen. She stops me, and asks me to pull the tray out of the case and let her individually choose each cupcake for each dozen. Her daughter gets embarrassed instantly. I kind of stared at her for a second till she asked again. As if there weren't 7 people behind her wanting cupcakes as well. So there I am, forced to pull the tray out while she picks 12 cupcakes from throughout the whole tray. People around her are kind of staring, and her daughter had tried to say something but she ignored it. It took 15 minutes to get them all. It was insane. My coworker helped her check out and he kind of bluntly told her that she needs to order next time, especially if it's for such an important event like a shower. Don't be so sucky and cheap, especially if it's for an event. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.